In the universe of Swallowed Star, power defines status, and among all human warriors, the Lord of Chaos City is ranked as the third strongest being of the human race. That's already an incredible achievement. But what truly captures the imagination of fans is this. If Chaos City Lord is third, then who are the two beings that surpass him? What kind of strength do they possess, and what legacies have they left behind? Let's journey into the depths of Swallowed Star's lore and explore the two most powerful human entities in existence, the original ancestor and the founder of the Great Axe. These are not just names, they are legends whose powers have shaped the course of human survival across countless eras. First, we begin with the original ancestor, the most supreme being the human race has ever known. His strength resides at the 10th level of the true God realm, a stage that few can even dream of reaching. During the first and second eras of reincarnation, aside from extremely rare figures like the Purple Moon Ancestor and the Eastern Emperor Ancestor, no other being in the universe could truly rival him. He stood alone, undefeated, unmatched, and utterly overwhelming in both offense and defense. But raw strength wasn't his only trait. What made the original ancestor truly fearsome was his talent for innovation and his mastery over soul attacks. He was the creator of the virtual universe, a miraculous space that defied the heavens, where the knowledge, strategies, and intelligence of all human beings could be shared, stored, and enhanced. This invention accelerated the human race's development by light years and gave them the edge they needed in a universe filled with threats. He was especially deadly in spiritual warfare. Even universe lords, beings with immense mental fortitude and soul-guarding artifacts, found themselves helpless against his soul-based attacks. Just the pressure of his spiritual presence was enough to crush opponents without lifting a finger. In terms of influence, the original ancestor wasn't just a powerhouse. He was the supreme leader of the entire human race. He nurtured countless universe masters and guided humanity to rise and expand. The Lord of Chaos City, he was his eldest disciple. Luo Feng, the protagonist of the story, could be considered his spiritual descendant, someone who carried the will and values of the ancestor. However, as wise and powerful as he was, the original ancestor was not without flaws. Suspicious of the true purpose behind reincarnation, he attempted to seize the original will of the universe itself. It was a daring, almost suicidal move, and it ultimately led to his downfall. He violated the ultimate laws of the universe, and the will of the original universe responded by eternally suppressing him. He was locked away, unable to physically act. A god among mortals turned into a shadow. Yet even in that imprisoned state, his consciousness remained active within the virtual universe. He didn't give up. He issued warnings. He watched over humanity. He guided them during moments of crisis and helped turn the tide against alien invasions and cosmic calamities. When Luo Feng defeated the world beast threat, the original ancestor's long sentence was finally lifted. The universe kept its promise and released him from his eternal prison. Now let's turn our attention to the second most powerful figure ahead of Chaos City Lord, the founder of the Great Axe. He wasn't as ancient as the original ancestor, but his strength and impact were nothing short of legendary. His realm reached the 8th level of the true God, already a terrifying height. But his real breakthrough came when he obtained the Divine Axe, the most powerful and precious weapon in his arsenal. With it, he was capable of delivering attacks at the peak of 9th level combat power. His battle prowess allowed him to fight 3 true gods alone, something very few beings in the entire universe could do. Unlike the original ancestor, who excelled in spiritual energy and knowledge, the founder of the Great Axe was all about brute strength and physical combat. His axe techniques were majestic and overwhelming, striking fear into the hearts of even the most powerful enemies. His battle style evoked images of mythological figures, like Pangu himself splitting the heavens with a single swing of his axe. However, his strength came with a weakness. While he was virtually unstoppable in physical combat, his soul defense was relatively fragile. In a universe where soul attacks could decide battles in an instant, this flaw would prove fatal. As a leader, he created the Great Axe Battle Arena, the strongest faction within the human race. Under his command were 4 powerful universe masters, and the overall strength of his group was unmatched at the time. He saw great potential in a young warrior named Hong, whom he personally accepted as a disciple. He hoped to mold Hong into the ultimate weapon of the human race, a secret card to turn the tide in times of desperation. Tragically, the founder of the Great Axe met his end not through a fair battle, but through a deadly trap. While exploring the Qingfeng realm, he relied on an incomplete map provided by Luofeng. That decision led him into an ambush. Surrounded by three true gods, including the powerful Hao Leizingzhu, he was driven into a dark void, a place of no return. There, the world beast Mohe struck the final blow, ending the life of one of humanity's greatest heroes. His death was a catastrophic loss. Without the protection of the Great Axe founder, the human race stood vulnerable. Other peak races across the universe began to stir, ready to unite and eliminate humanity altogether. The balance of power tilted dangerously against the humans, and their very survival was thrown into question. So now, with a clearer picture in mind, rankings make perfect sense. The original Ancestor stands as the absolute pinnacle, a divine force of knowledge, creation, soul mastery who uplifted the entire race. The founder of the Great Axe comes next, a warrior titan whose physical strength and fearless leadership protected the race when it was most vulnerable. And following them is the Lord of Chaos City, the third strongest, a being of immense wisdom and power, but still a step behind the two legendary giants. Both the original Ancestor and the Great Axe founder played irreplaceable roles in the rise of the human race. One forged its future through vision and invention. The other shielded it through war and sacrifice. Their paths were different, their fates tragic, but their contributions were eternal. Even in death and suppression, their legacies continue to guide the human race forward in a universe where strength is the only truth. That's all for today's deep dive into Swallowed Star. If you enjoyed this exploration and want to hear more breakdowns, theories, and lore from your favorite Donghua, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Kuhai. Share your thoughts below. Which of the two do you admire more? The wise original Ancestor or the fearless Great Axe founder? Until next time, stay strong, stay curious, and keep watching.